or are they showing you that maybe we don't need to prep until actual bracket play?
Oh, girl, I think it's just FaZe and they're confident. I mean, FaZe is one of the deepest map pools when it comes to our professional teams. Obviously, we're talking about our world champs, and they love Gridlock. Not only that, they love Scar Tooth. I think they're just happy to go toe-to-toe with them on their best map.
We all called the first round, 38 seconds to go to the stage, so Nameless, let's give you 10 seconds to answer. Do you agree with the fans? 95% of them are siding with FaZe. If so, how many games?
I disagree with the fans. It should be 100%.
100% of them.
At least like 99.1.
I don't know what they're thinking.
I don't know where the 5% came from.
The Pit's a cool name,
Listen, I will just say, like, FaZe and this organization have lost to a challenger team at EWC before. That was a different team, though, so I got FaZe.
Allie, 10 seconds.
FaZe, for sure.
You got FaZe?
I got FaZe up in 3.
3-0. World, if you have not watched Black Ops 7 and you have not watched Call of Duty, you're about to witness greatness. He goes by the name of Chris Lair. He's everywhere. Enjoy it.
Ça va être un peu BBK Dom face à Titan Mondial, j'ai l'impression, cette prochaine line-up, but maybe they could create the surprise. Do you think so?
Let's find out. Should we welcome our first team?
Yes, first off, doesn't need an introduction. It is FaZe Clan! Everybody knows their name as the big favorites, and you know, FaZe won the CDL champs just weeks ago, beating every franchise in the league to lift that trophy. 4 rings, 4 beasts. Chacun a les diamants sur les doigts et ils arrivent comme des princes à Paris en espérant être encore plus grands et encore plus riches.
And their opponents, the Pit! They were the last team to board the flight to Paris, the last team into this tournament. And now they're the first team asked to stare down the world champions. If you're looking for a team full of a ton of belief, grit and determination, here they stand.
Il y a un visage familier. Évidemment, vous les connaissez, ces joueurs qui arrivent sur scène. C'est l'Odyssée à Paris, le Cyclope contre le Titan, le Cyclope contre Ulysse. It is time to get it.
Shift and study here with our second match of the EWC group stage qualifier. Scar Hardpoint. Let's get it on.
Already on board here with the COD Champs MVP, Mr. Chris Lair. You heard the death touch on it. He's usually everywhere, but to start off at a P1, it's all about this early map control. And at least for now, Abuzah finding a double through mid-Delhi is going to allow FaZe to get on the time.
And Draza's got a nice little lockdown, though, to make sure there is no potential push through as we fight for the top side of blue. Abuzah, nice shots from the NPC, not quite able to find the connection as Draza's 2 will be shut down by Lance, who almost gets the turnover, but not quite. Spawns will move, Pit will be in the hardpoint.
Yeah, Pit are already guaranteed themselves a good chunk of time here, but I think the better play was for FaZe to flip those spawns instantly. Now gonna line out that kill feed after the Simp is able to find a double, but you see on your mini-map already players thinking about that rotation. Draza sitting nice and comfy over towards Motel. Plays with his food here, doesn't finish the kill onto Mythix, but with only 5 seconds left, FaZe are gonna have the bodies off the rotation.
Yeah, this is nice though for an openings break off for the Pit. Pretty solid, pretty complete. Get 19 seconds with the time, but now the next obstacle per se off the pinch, but he's also taken out of the picture. So opportunity for numbers to come through here for the Pit. Abuzah hanging, dealing some damage, able to find 1 elimination, makes life easy for Draza for the follow-up, and the hardpoint will go neutral while FaZe reinforce first.
Yeah, it's an easy break there because FaZe unfortunately took down one of their own, but on the second wave, everybody pulls out an M15. We flood up the staircase, and we're still able to push enough back to not allow Pit any time here. 30 seconds remaining here at the P2. So far, you just need to find a couple trades to go your way because you can't get in the hill.
Yeah, this is just lockdown city. This is exactly what you were talking about, brother. You get the AR's position and things start to get really nasty. But Mythix able to hit a route over through middle of the map will break things up and find an opportunity here for the Pit to actually continue to have the lead. Over to rotation to new. FaZe will be there first, and they also find the first blood on the rotation kills.
Yeah, but that's a big one-on-one there from F-Dot over at the boat side onto 04. So now you secure that side of the map. You have Mythix causing mayhem behind the enemy lines at green. And this is where you would expect him to leave this spawn opening, but now he's going to be the only one alive. You spawn your teammates all alongside you, and now FaZe have an opportunity to potentially lock this one down, but they don't.
Nades are landing. That's been a couple of openers here for the Pit. Yeah, you had the team nade on P2, but the Pit putting together some really nice looks in terms of at least trying to contest, again, that opening presence that we continue to see from FaZe. 36 plays 33. FaZe trying to work on the pit, shut down. Numbers now developing for the pit to try to push forward. They're going to find kills on the front side of the field. Have not tried to move the spawns around as of yet, but they absolutely could, and Mythic's going to try to do just that.
Yeah, they understand we don't want to make it sporadic. We don't want to force FaZe Clan to have some split spawn opportunities. So with a clean 4 dead, we're going to allow them all to come off the respawn before we make the move. And now you make the move at the right time, but you lose every single gunfight in that sequence. So FaZe is going to get this final 15. You still have 2 players trying to contain blue side.
Someone needs to tell Mythix to put a Hellstorm on. He doesn't have a Hellstorm.
Oh, that doesn't help. Yeah.
No, that's not good. He was close to one. I was going to call for it, but he has a dog instead. Whoops. 56-40 the count as we move over to P4. FaZe able to win another rotation, but the problem so far has been able to hold past the first break.
But this is around where those trophy systems start to come into play. Kills going heavily in favor of FaZe. 3-for-1 trade. Last man standing is Mythix. That's going to be all 4 dead. FaZe are able to take the lead and still control majority of the map.
You see Simp yelling dead in the comps too. He's starting to get the energy moving to make sure that FaZe doesn't come out sleepy. Draza over the top. Nice shots to push off that play over through mid-market. Follow-up on the way, though, from Mythix. Only able to get 1. Not a lot of pressure established. Torch trying to break this hard point as 04 gets to 5 in a row. Very close to a Hellstorm of his own. Tags are in. That will be enough for him to get the Hellstorm, although he does get shut down. And the pit will spawn close. Simp on the backside, only able to find 1, and there's an opportunity for scrap here for the pit.
Yeah, final 15 is going to go in favor of the pit, but how aggressive do FaZe decide to be on this and not allow them this time? With every single gunfight you lose, you're going to potentially spawn behind enemy lines, but they're lighting up the kill feed. 04, another multi-kill. Sets up your teammates over free and clear at the P5.
I mean, at a certain point, and we're going to talk about this, that's the way that it feels. There's a router on the back, though, for the pit, trying to move around the spawns, if not potentially flip them, but good discipline from 04, gets the read, gets the first kill. Simp, lots of damage, able to find another from the front. Over the top, though, F-Dot shuts him down. Just to 04 now inside the hard point. Tagged and dealt with by Linz. Pit still trying to put together the force from the front. Abuzah in some trouble, but is able to turn that into 2. Help is now on the way to the close spawns and the pistol out, but Simp will finish things off, and the Pit are still trying to break from the front.
Yeah, and Abuzah finding that double allows all of his team to spawn right behind green again. So you have the numbers, you overwhelm them with pressure, and now FaZe are blowing the game wide open. Gonna be a 40, almost 50-point lead at the end of our first set of HPs, but if you are the Pit, this is where, like you said, my friend, we need to win a rotation on the second half.
Have to have it. Just absolutely have to have it. Close game, so definitely not out of the world of possibility, but yeah, the macro of how you play hardpoint is definitely trending towards FaZe. I love that little picture-in-picture zoom in. Cute, love it. Little establishment of setting as we make our way over to PS1, and
yeah, but they don't have any deli control, and right now the numbers in favor of FaZe. I think we should be able to flood through the doorway and find these kills, but it's F-Dot locating 3, Lucifer finding the final. So first wave already shut down. The best scenario you can be in if you are the Pit to potentially start this comeback. Only a 20-point difference. Here comes the second wave.
Yeah, really nicely done on both P1s to this point. 04 trying to push forward. Simp on the other side will connect with him, and it will be enough for them to flip the spawns around and move the hard point time as well in favor of FaZe. Simp just getting up top, making sure there's no long routes being developed while Abuzah fights over the top of the hard point. Good supply of support coming through. Abuzah does get taken out of the hill. Numbers now for the Pit as Lucifer finds another onto Simp. And now it's a mad scramble over to P2. The Pit trying to do exactly what we said they needed to do. Win a rotation, but Draza's in the way, and FaZe will win the roto to 2.
You can always just count on this guy to make the play when you need to have it. FaZe only had 1 player off the rotation, and Draza, knowing that he's going to be overwhelmed, lays down a little bit, pops up at the right time, finds a double, and now your teammates are soaking up all of this hill time. Trophy system still going to be here. Simp trying to play the cutoff, and if you are the Pit, we need to find a quick break.
Yeah, we need it. We need it bad. That's kind of been the story of the game, but as we get deeper and deeper into this map, the more urgent those breaks will feel. Nice from Abuzah. Again, the ARs, the Zaza duo just coming to life, and Abuzah continues to pack an absolute punch. 04 in some trouble, backside of the hard point, but is able to jump on over, find 1 damage onto a second before Nate takes him out of the picture, and now it's just down to Abuzah, who eventually will be overwhelmed. The Pit will get the scrap 20.
Yeah, you might as well forfeit this if you are FaZe, because you know that 04 already has that Hellstorm going over to the money hill of P3. We don't even want to give them an opportunity to potentially pick up one of their own, so gonna keep the 30 to 25 point lead going into P3. Big gunfight win there from Josh to secure boat side for his squad. And now with trophy systems in play, FaZe are going to be here early. This might be a lock.
The Pit does a nice job of keeping themselves close, keeping this map competitive, but until we win a rotation, we don't anticipate that a lead swap will really truly come through. Not with how FaZe are playing at the moment, at least. Simp trying to shut down the rotation through mid. He won't find too much there. 04 going to, instead of play off the pinch, reinforce the hard point. Draws a steps up to cut off the cross. Abuzah in the hard point, but has help from 04, and FaZe will once again stabilize. First 30 seconds are theirs.
Yeah, FaZe is just making them work so hard, man. It was 55 seconds when the pit's full roster spawns back green, but on their first attempt, you try to go through mid. You try to not flood through the front door and just get gunned down, but as soon as you find that opening kill, everyone cuts through mid-cut, and FaZe, even in the 3v4, was still able to lock this one down. So the final 15 seconds is all the pit has a chance at getting now. And with a couple kills going off this rotation, it's going to be 2 players from FaZe falling all the way across the map.
It's just another one of those, and I hate to beat a dead horse here, friends, but it's 40-20, 40-20, 40-20. The only time that really the pit have dominated has been on P1. Nice shots there from 04. Help is on the way. All 4 players for the pit are here. They need to win this hard point right here, right now. You got to get in. You got to try to take 04 out of the picture, but he's still able to back up, find one, and get some space and some support. FaZe looking to break.
Yeah, you just got to realize if you are the pit, we have the numbers. They are going to simply be outgunned, and we are just not applying the right time pressure. And that's allowing FaZe to turn 4v2s into one-on-one gunfights. Spawns now flips, still a 50-point lead, but the pit are currently trying to hold on tooth and nail from the front door, but with all 4 dead now, FaZe are going to be able to breach that 200-point mark.
Yeah, there have just been a handful of 1 versus 1 moments that have stopped the pit from either securing scrap time like here or winning rotation like we saw just previously on P3. 04, 32 and 23, still hanging on to that Hellstorm as Abuzah clears out the middle of the map. FaZe over the 200-point mark, and even though the pit has been in this map every single hill, they have yet to have a moment where they've been the ones dominating.
They just need a rotation to go their way. Finally, you're clearing out the back. Linz with the double. Still a 60-point difference, and with all 4 dead, you can potentially lock this one up. Someone takes some space over towards plane, and it's going to be Mythix with that NPC. So you're going to force the hand of 04 to invest this Hellstorm just to allow his teammates to get some kind of space back.
I like this, though. Mythix just going to run forward, sacrifice his life to the Semtex of the Hellstorm, but he still finds one, so that stops the ability for FaZe to quickly pinch and push over to the hardpoint itself. Abuzah will fall to the Hellstorm of 04, but the pit are scrambling to get their way back into the hardpoint. Simp the first one forward. It's just going to trust the pistol, finds one. Lynn's not able to step away to reset his life, and that'll be enough for FaZe to get in from the front.
Now FaZe, knowing that there's only 20 seconds left, don't want to be the aggressors on the backside of green, but I don't know if they're going to be able to read these split spawns opportunity here for the pit. Lynn should be able to have a freebie as long as he's able to locate Simp very quickly, because his teammates are already finding all the kills on the opposite side. So you're going to control blue off the rip if you are the pit, and now you're also going to get initial time, but those spawns for FaZe are unreadable.
Look, if I'm Steve-O right now, the coach for the pit, I'm sitting here saying, just do what we do on P1, win a rotation to 2, and we can still win this game. Keep the hope, keep the faith. F-Dot in trouble, naded out of the hard point by Simp. Follow up from Abuzah is good to clear out the middle of the map, and Lynn's now the next target over through mid-market. Doesn't have a lot of space to work with, but is still able to produce 1 pistol out, almost able to get the second, but not quite. FaZe have the numbers, FaZe in the hill, not quite able to get to 230, but darn close.
And if you are the pit, we gotta get out of this spawn trap at green. Need some kills to go our way. Someone eventually trying to work a pinch route through plane. No one does, and it's 04 on the opposite side, hitting a beautiful route. So have an opportunity here to win it if you are FaZe Clan. All of the pits want to get Motel.
Oh, and Abuzah's just having it his way inside of mid-market. 04 on the backside of the play again. And yep, it's going to be one of those maps that we will sit here and say what we always say. It was close until it wasn't. And when you get into the leader's advantage situation like this, 04 with the freedom to do whatever he wants, he's going to put on a show. 44 and 27. And the last 5 that FaZe need are looking to be tallied up here on the second hill.
Yep, they have the rotation, every single body ready and waiting. M15's locking down the crossfires, and FaZe Clan are going to be able to take map number 1.
Not a bad showing. Not a bad showing at all. They're just going to run at you through showers. They often did that, and they often found success. It'll be FaZe on the defense to start. The pit looking to get aggressive towards B. A little bit of smoke, deterring a little bit of visibility around where Dross is positioned, but they still find the first blood regardless.
Yeah, fantastic first blood there from the pit. You use a lot of your attack usage there to eventually create that opening, but now you get so much information that there's pressure on the pinch. Instant 4v2, make it a 4v1. 04, yeah, good luck, my friend. Perfect round there from the pit.
Nice, well done. And
you prepare yourself for it in the big time matches. So FaZe now looking for the response on offense. All out pressure in towards showers, nades going down over on the left side of the minimap, because you know there's going to be no trophy systems in play, but nothing connects, and Pit have a lot of space.
Yeah, that's really, really nice for the Pit, being able to keep this defense tucked and unnoticed. Lynn's for first blood, able to get some help from Mythix to find the second in the round. He's not done. This is something that we know from Lynn's. He doesn't find gunfights and shies away from them. 30 HP and says, yeah, I'll take
30
that.
seconds. FaZe hasn't shown face, neither has the pit.
I'm really hoping we have some sort of a Codcaster bug here, because there's no way Linz also doesn't have a Hellstorm equipped.
That'll be insane. Did they just not have confidence like they're going to ever earn it?
Dude, wasn't this we'll talk about this in a moment. I'm pretty sure this has happened before, and it cost the team a game like 2 years ago. We'll see how this one unfolds, because Linz now is on 4. Draza 04 trying to keep the defense stable over towards the backside at A. Pressured, push back, bomb does not commit for the plant. We're under 30 seconds to fight here. And honestly, this gives FaZe an opportunity. Yeah, they're going to find Linz. So now 3v3, Bomb's not down, the pressure's back to the pit. They need to make a move, and they're trying to run right down the throats. Lucifer for the first, Abuzah with a trade, just down to 04, and he gets overwhelmed.
Yeah, that's just a play you're not going to be expecting.
But I remember there being like a, why don't they have Hellstorms equipped?
I don't remember that, right?
I bet Merc would know. Merc is like the almanac of...
Oh, yeah. Joe's locked at all times.
All things COD.
Yeah.
But I remember that being a thing. And that would be insane if the pit just end up missing out on an opportunity for Hellstorms.
Oh my goodness!
The quickest round you're ever going to see, and FaZe are getting absolutely stonewalled. And it looks like FaZe are going to go towards Draza and Simp, pushing up over through A and maybe even deeper than that, looking for contact. They're going to find it. Lynn's still hanging on the corner here, and it looks like the pit may try to force a little bit of a recontest to the front side A before they make a move. And no, instead it's Abuzah who will fall for first blood. F-Dot with the scope.
It's a fantastic first blood again. I'm pretty sure they found every single first blood in this map number 2 so far. So now continuing on the hot streak. 4v3. Multiple players are going to be in towards the shouts, but you have the numbers advantage. Simp is able to locate a double. Numbers back to FaZe.
F-Dot able to find advantages early is not very typical for FaZe. F-Dot did earn the Hellstorm, though. Shout out our boy J-Pros and the Hot Hands continuing to give us the info. Look at this play, though. Holy. Bomb plant at A, but already rewrapping and changing the map as the pit from behind.
And now it's on F-Dot to try to hold his push through at the spawn. With only a sniper, Linz is able to find the first and also find the second, so numbers in favor of the pit.
And you know where this last couple of players are. 04 now the last one standing over towards Shower. Smoke trying to get him back to full. This would give him an opportunity for a 1v2. The reset is in. Oh, I don't know if he actually saw F-Dot or not. Now he does. Has the info, but where is the second? Mythix hiding over towards his left. But 04 has gone completely unscouted, and the trigger discipline again is going to give him the opportunity to play off the clock. There's the first. Just killing the time. Dual shoulder, knows he's playing in front of him. Not enough time for the defuse.
All right, the pressure is not going to be on this side of the map, and F-Dot actually going to invest this Hellstorm here just to guarantee this bomb plant.
Yeah, and it will also guarantee that the post plant retake would have to come largely from the front. But the Hellstorm will fly its way in, and now it's on to FaZe to make the retake come through.
And they might have popped some mute field right there, because there was a couple players that were outside of these buildings that you could potentially find the first blood, but at least it's already 15 seconds gone. All of FaZe trying to retake from mid-base.
Sleight of hand. They're trying to show force through mid. Now everyone retracting back over towards the backside of the play. It's going to work out, but the time is the issue. 20 seconds at the clock. Can you find a way to stall this one out? No, you cannot. But he's in some trouble, needs some help. Able to get an extra space to work with and get himself back to full HP, and the defense can rotate over to help.
Yeah, the fact that he was able to play his life, that's unbelievable out of F-Dot. Still have a chance here in the 4v4 retake now that FaZe had put the bomb down. Draza trying to work back to make sure he guarantees the flank, but there's so much space already guaranteed here for FaZe.
Yeah, 04 playing on the backside of the alleyway. Coming back to the play, finds first, and Abuzah right there with him. That old search duo working perfectly, and FaZe are track back and take the 4v2 on the other side. You got to make a choice.
Yeah, now even a bigger choice is when are we going to decide to work this bomb plant? You know, FaZe are going to be on both sides of the map, and after Lucifer finds that first blood, this is where we got to guarantee it. 04 and Simp trying to rally back over towards Draza's side. And now to 3v4, they got to try to clutch up.
Well, they're going to find the ability to get in to recontest. But someone's going to have to world star the pit on this setup. There's the first from 04. Pretty clean. Simp finds the second. We cannot allow this to happen. Can we buy a trade? Can we buy a trade? Out to the front side of truck. 04 pushed back. Abuzah not able to find many hit markers, and FaZe will instead join Draza over towards A.
Oh, and you're able to spot him if you are Linz, but he's already so in your face that you have to give up that space. 30 seconds gone. FaZe have already rotated their way in towards Showers, and the pit are going to play this a little bit quick, but it's a 3v3.
And look at the long route from F-Dot. The pit have to keep the focus towards this backside at A. Otherwise, 04 is going to be able to isolate and possibly find himself a 1v1. Timing here. Have they seen each other? Yes. F-Dot's able to find the win. 3v2. Mythix able to make it a little bit easier. Draws a damage out, doesn't finish his food, and now he's overwhelmed. Then we're going to go 11. Thrown first. No defensive pressure here, and if you know FaZe, you know they're going to rush on to see if they can get this planet.
Yeah, they're not going to waste any time. You have Draza making sure he's sort of keeping this flank covered. Puts down shots in the middle of the map, not able to finish his kill. F-Dot keeping his teammate alive. But now in a 3v4, you got to clutch up post plant.
04 and the rest of FaZe are going to actually try to push out, see if they can catch him off guard, and they're able to get the kill that they need to neutralize. Simp stays through! Oh my! So now he's back to full health. Nade doesn't affect him. Follow-up from F-Dot shut down. What a sneaky play from Simp. And I love, that's just what you hold on to early. Same can be said for mid-market, especially if you're looking for early EMP control, which Draza will make sure you can keep contesting. But once again, decent break off here for the pit.
Yeah, and if you are FaZe, you know that you're going to be spawning on the not the preferred side to start off this first half. So it's all about just managing this map control, keeping the EMP dead center of the map as safe as you possibly can. But so far, that's 3 kills going in favor of the pit. Lucifer's just trying to move it right up through white wall, and you can potentially get the first score. The slide is good enough. Pit get the early one.
I like that. It's a nice little push.
Continuing this find on to Lucifer, he cannot. So 04's got a finesse. Pull out your best Kyrie Irving crossover.
Well, almost able to double back and find a fadeaway on the Lens. Not quite able to land it, as Lens will take that and turn it into a double while he picks up the EMP. And with that, FaZe on another defensive moment. We'll do a listen in. We'll check in with Saudi. FaZe plan.
I'm trying to kill this guy. Higher, brother. Don't say. I want P5. Nice. Good job. Yeah, one's gonna be maybe, I guess. I'm one shot. Higher. Give me B cut. Yeah, I'm
making his way up through plane. Shut down, stopped in his tracks as the fight now echoes over towards middle map. EMP still down, still not really being in control, but 45 seconds on the clock. The pit still looking for a couple eliminations as we make our way back over. Mythix able to find another shutdown over to the middle map like he's called. 4 dead. Opportunity to score a nade, but the defense will still spawn relatively close. Stuns, nades all being tossed. Can you get the EMP carrier through? Lens is a little stuck, but he's able to slide his way in for the second score.
And only 30 seconds left. Reset now. Back over towards the dead center. F-Dot on 4 in a row, still showing presence behind FaZe's spawn. So you potentially have another opportunity to get another score, but Draza sniffs him out. Thankfully, Lucifer and Mythix do not give up their aggressive play. They still have the numbers, still have a chance, but Abuzah just keeps the EMP safe. All he needs to do.
Yep, that's absolutely right. 9 seconds on the clock. Shutdown eventually comes through. Maybe a chance here for FaZe to extend this first half just a little bit longer. F-Dot forces the gunfight and gets bested by Simp with an NPC at that range.
Look at
side of green like you called from Draza. Simp opens up one. Make that a second. Oh my goodness, one more. No, not quite, but the follow-up is there and the score is in. We're tied at 2. Not there. Lens will drop FaZe with the numbers as they make their way out of spawn.
Look at what Simp is instantly thinking about. Let me just put them in the spawn trap. I have so much trust in my teammates, and that is why, because Simp is still going to be able to win gunfights he's not supposed to. Quickly traded there from Lens, and now EMP on the move over towards flank. You got to make the decision. If you are Lens, he commits on the flank, and now you're outnumbered. You got to lock this one down with your ARs.
Sure do, and F-Dot's going to drop. It's a scattered spawn's coming through with the EMP carrier. Still will fall Lucifer for 2. Loving that out of Harry. Simp shut down at mid, and once again, the pit. Tough moment, battle back, now in control.
And if you are 04, not really the gun that you want for this position, but he still finds the headshot onto F-Dot. And he's still going to be dead center of the map, but Mythix is having one of those sequences. Already on 4 in a row. There's not going to be a trophy to keep him alive from these tags, but he is still finding kill after kill. EMP falls.
You got to get the EMP back over, and Lucifer is able to collect and slide in for the score. Great. Only counts for 1. Shots from Draza, tagging F-Dot. Eventually he'll fall as Abuzah helps him out. Wins right back off his respawn, able to get back into the play once again. EMP will reset up towards the field side. But the mid-map control is good for the pit. Down to under 45 seconds. And Lens is shooting 30 and 26. Last legs here for FaZe, and now Mythix is in your way. Only able to find 1 though. Abuzah needs to keep his life if he can, but Lucifer, F-Dot team up, find the shutdown. And now we got scattered moments here for FaZe.
Yeah, but FaZe already finding the kills in the kill feed. Draza is going to fall through the middle of the map, but you're going to turn it into a 2v3 on the opposite.
Linz
Simp is
pinch.
already through. Linz, you got to go quick because FaZe already passed you. Tie game, 15 seconds left to go.
I mean, I can respect the idea there for Linz. It's a game-winning play, but the defense that spawns up isn't able to get there in time. So the EMP will spawn over towards Motel. Likely overtime situation on the way. For now, the pit will extend this second half with maybe one more chance to put this away in regulation.
Yeah, they have the last push. 25 seconds to get this one done and try to force the game in number 4. Kills going back and forth, but a fantastic frag followed up by great shots out of 04. Give yourself the numbers and continue to push the pit back. Last one is going to be the EMP with only 10 seconds left. He's not going to stand a chance at getting this.
Unless Mythix can find a way to open up the door, but no, not going to happen.
It's a hat trick here in the first match for them at EWC. But now they go back to bad side.
And here we go, stopwatch overtime in play. 04, quick first blood. Does he get more? No, body bombs off of Mythix, who eventually will fall. And Simp is going to look to run this thing quickly. Abuzah's got the help. Simp tracking backwards, trying to keep the defense on their toes here as they spawn left to right. Nice swing from Abuzah. All you need to find is Epdot, and you're going to score here. And how about the 25-second score for FaZe? Okay, you know what you've got to do. To come off spawn and already hear the clock ticking on you is the world's worst. The world's worst feeling you could possibly have. Draws a first blood, no one checks the corner, Simp finds the kill, and that will probably do it unless Linz can go into a 1v4. Nope, that will do it. FaZe will 3-0, but I'll tell you, Jay, that was anything but comfortable for FaZe.
Yeah, I think the map number 1 was the most comfortable that it could have been because you beat them in a majority of your rotations. The game was easy. Search and Destroy, you potentially should have lost. But situations like this, you're still able to walk into the building, take care of business in 3, and continue to move on in this tournament.
Unreal stuff, my friend. Yeah, I mean, you walk away with 2 feelings. One, gosh, if you're a FaZe fan, you would have loved that to be a little less stressful. Still 3-0, but like still, come on. These guys came out of the LCQ. We should be handling them without business. No problem. However, on the other front for the pit, damn! Like, that's not bad. Like, I mean,
of course, FaZe getting off to a win here. Simp, listen, last year, it wasn't the tournament that you wanted. I think it's pretty fair to say you've had a pretty good year since then. You must be coming into Paris feeling like the man.
Oh, definitely. I mean, now that I got 3 rings, I mean, that was last tournament. We're just riding the momentum, riding the high. That series was a little close, but, you know, I feel like they're coming off the high from the LCQ as well, especially being here early, and that was just a great series from us, to be honest.
Absolutely. And look, a lot of the big minds in Call of Duty are saying that Champs is where things really came together for you, where it all clicked. I guess where you became the complete package as a roster. Do you feel like there's pressure to follow up on that result coming in here to Paris?
No, I don't think there's any pressure, at least for me. I mean, we proved everything we needed to prove last event. I mean, everyone was talking crazy about our team throughout the whole year, and obviously we proved that we're the champs, so just come to this event. I mean, it's just another tournament, and we're just playing to win.
Yeah, you said as well that that was one of your favorite rings because you enjoyed shutting everybody up. Do you still feel like there are doubters out there you still need to silence here?
Maybe some doubters that are in green, but no, not really. Everyone's been cool, so it's been sick.
That's one from me. Look, everywhere you go, you're always used to having some crowd heat. I guess some boos in the crowd. You're going to get a lot of that, I imagine, here in Paris. How do you handle it?
Just block out the noise. I mean, like you said, I'm used to it the whole time. I mean, during every single walkout, people are doing anything they can to try and check me. I mean, even last event, someone literally was snaking a barrier trying to just tweak me out. So anyone will do anything, but you just gotta block out the noise.
Well, one thing's for sure, we can't wait to watch one of the GOATs in action in Paris. Thanks very much, and we'll see more of him as we go along here.
Good performance, right?
Yeah.
You know, these guys, you know, Simp said it, like, it's never easy when you're coming in cold and you're playing a team that just played an entire tournament. And yeah, some of the maps were close, but every time they needed to, they made the play to close it out. Simp with a 3-piece and Search and Destroy, the overtime here in the overload. Talk to me about this overload, Allie, because it was a nail biter.
No, it